Coda in Melbourne has been around for 12 years. Happy birthday, Adam De Silva.
Thank you very much. It's an amazing milestone. Like, you know, like restaurant years are like dog years.
Yes, absolutely. You're so right on that. And the dish that you're going to be making for us today has been on the menu from the beginning.
It is. It's a chicken lettuce delight or a sang shao bao. And I like to call it delight because it is just a mouthful of delightfulness, as we call it.
I love that.
So we normally use quail in the restaurant, but we're going to use chicken because chicken's readily available. So quickly, there's three components. There's a vegetable component, which you got there, which I can start chopping. Absolutely. There we go. We've got some brown onion. We've got some shiitake mushrooms. You can use fresh or dried, which have been rehydrated.
Nice.
And we also have a little secret ingredient that makes it taste amazing, is some Chinese sausage, which is called lapchong.
Yes.
I am going to make the dressing, which is, I call it my house dressing. It's one of my 2 house dressings I have at home.
Okay.
And it's a simple mixture of soy sauce. Just pour it into a jug here, about 100 mils. Then we have some oyster sauce. Again, if you want to make a vegetarian, don't use oyster sauce, use a hoisin.
Giving people options.
Correct, yes. And you can we add silken tofu to the vegetarian version at Coda, where we use black vinegar and instead of Chinese cooking wine. So some Chinese cooking wine as well. Gives a nice little zing, and some sesame oil. Which makes it beautiful and aromatic and just rounds it all out, give it a bit of earthiness. Nice. So we just mix this together, and this can last in your fridge. It's amazing just for stir fries with some gai lan and some prawns, or just beautiful vegetarian stir fry. Delicious. So great chopping there. So now I'm going to get the meat component ready. So in a heavy base fry pan, get it nice and hot. So we've got, for our mixture here, we've got 1 whole egg. We've got some water. And then we've got some corn flour. This is like making a little kind of egg mixture, which is going to help fluff up the meat. Because if you put this mince into the wok by itself, it'll become nice, it'll become more grainy. Yes. Like when you're making a bolognese or making a larb, like that. So by putting the mince into this mixture, when we fry it, it's going to come nice and fluffy and crispy and caramelised. And it just absorbs the dressing, just makes it really beautiful. But anyway, we'll go there. Now we're going to start cooking. We've got the wok super hot. And the trick, the thing is always, the number one principle is have all your ingredients ready before you start stir frying. We've got some just vegetable oil, non-aromatic oil, because you want to get it nice and hot and you don't want it to overpower. Bit of oil in there. Now I'm going to probably maybe do this in 2 batches because you don't want to overload your wok. Never overload your wok. You pretty much only cook for 1 person at a time in a wok on a domestic stove. In the restaurants, we've got proper big wok burners, and you just break it up like that, and you can't overcook it. You can always get that little burnt, kind of smoky flavour. So some Chinese sausage, please, or lapchong, we should call it. Nice little, cut little nice round circles out of it. Okay,
little round circles for you, sir.
If you don't have lapchong, you can use bacon, pancetta, salami, anything porky and delicious. So some lapchong into my nice mixture here. Amazing, that's plenty. And that what we're going to do, it's going to render all that beautiful flavour out of the sausage, and it's going to just last longer on the palate.
Now, I've noticed we've got some water chestnuts too.
Yeah, some beautiful water chestnuts. So if you can also use peanuts, you can use cashew nuts, but I love the water chestnuts because it's very nice and savoury, got a nice crunch to it. If you can get the frozen water chestnuts, the tin ones taste too briny. If you can only get tin ones, soak them in water overnight just to leach out some of that kind of briny flavour of them.
Okay.
So here we go. It's starting to talk to me now. I can hear it. It's popping away like a bit of a snap, crackle, pop. And that's why I'm getting ready to add my vegetable mixture.
It's saying, Adam, hurry up, Juzzie's hungry.
So we've got this mixture here. We'll just mix it all together, the onion, the spring onion, the mushroom. Throw the water chestnuts in for good measure. Why not?
For you.
Let's go. All together. This could be made a day in advance. So now we're going to add a nice, generous amount of the vegetable mixture.
And for a pop of sweetness, some lychees.
Correct. We're going to add the lychees at the end of it. Now we're just going to make this onion nice and aromatic, get it all coming together. Nothing smells better than onions cooking in your house. All right, so now look at it, it's all beautiful and caramelised, it's ready to go. We'll give it a little bit of a toss like that, a little bit of a chef toss. Now we have our dressing ready to go, so we'll give it a nice little drizzle. You've got the oil on top of the dressing, so you need to make sure that you give it a little stir. Some lychees, please.
Lychees, yes, chef.
For the sweetness, because you got that saltiness, and you got the little sweetness, burst of sweetness there. And some coriander, please.
Sure can.
When I'm cooking at home with herbs like coriander and parsley, stalk and all, leaf, stalk and all. Don't waste it. Just chop it nicely. And I actually like the texture. You know, in the restaurants we need to make it a bit more pretty, so we don't use the stalk. But I love that.
I love the stalk too.
All flavour.
All of that?
Yep, throw it in there like that. And it also holds up more. When you're adding stalk to hot mixtures, it holds up. So just a nice little stir here now. It just smells amazing now that you've added the lychee, the coriander.
Yum.
Amazing. Now we're just going to put it into a bowl first. So this is what we do at home when you do dinner parties. You can have a big bowl of this in the middle of the table, a plate of lettuce cups, and then that is a great starter, or even a whole meal for you to just dig in.
I love this, I really do. And like you said, making this at home is really such a pleasure because there's the theatre behind it too. So you take a lettuce cup,
Amazing.
You grab a spoon. Shall I?
You shall.
You shall too.
I shall. Shall we cup together?
Let's do this together.
And one thing I have on the side also is a lot of chilli.
Right.
You know, I put chilli with everything, so I'm a bit biased to chilli. And the thing about I love the Cosberg here like that.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, my friend. I mean, so many restaurants do Central Bao, but this one is by far the best. Don't walk to Coda, run to Coda. It really is something quite special.
Thank you.